Welcome back, everybody. It's the Gore Horror Hour. So we are on episode 39.
We got a very special guest with us tonight.
We do. And stop. This is hilarious.
Special good or special bad?
Very good.
Special chaos.
Yeah. All right. I'm Absinthe Widow.
D-Rock.
Kiatica.
Valkyria.
And our guest for the evening is the Deadpool guy.
And his safety pillow.
Yay!
And his safety pillow. What do you use that for?
Just when I'm feeling uncomfortable and a little shy, just give it a little squeeze.
Cute.
I have one too, but mine was more like a penis.
Wow.
That's
Got a
amazing.
tail and wings, and he's a little horny right now.
It's so big.
Aren't we all?
That is big.
I'm jealous.
It's bigger on TV.
I like the
I heard
color.
That's good.
Oh, geez.
We are coming to a very close end to our 10-year anniversary with your gorgeous girls. So that being said, with those 10 years brings us to our magazine, and we currently have 62 issues out. Of those 62 issues, amazing covers, amazing photos, a lot of sweat, tears, and a whole lot of shenanigans that get wrapped up into these magazines, and it's all for your guys' viewing pleasure. So if you would like to own your first magazine of the Gorgeous Girls, or you would like to get the newest edition to the ones that you don't already have, go to gorgeousgirls.com, and under the
magazine.
under magazines, that's where you're going to be able to find every single issue and purchase whatever satisfies your demented needs. So and with that being said, thank you guys for celebrating these amazing 10 years with us. It has been quite a joyride, to say the very least.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
That coupled with the cons and our con families, which is, what brings us to Deadpool here, and how we all interconnect, and how our dysfunctional just seems to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Such a good word.
So I want to get started here, Deadpool, and try to kind of tell us like how you got started with becoming Deadpool at conventions, and how you kind of sparked with cosplay and everything.
Oh wow. So all right. To go in the way back machine, like I've always drawn, painted, sculpted. I was probably like one art history minor away, credit wise, in college from having at least a minor in art history. And then I just kind of, you get your job and you just kind of give up on it, and it kind of takes a back seat, and kind of forgot about it for a while as an outlet. And a coworker had twin boys, and they were super. I was when the Marvel movies were really big, and she started hitting us up at work. She's like, "Hey, my boys want to do a Marvel birthday party, and I want you guys to dress up. Like, I got a guy coming as the Hulk. I got some beefaroni that's gonna dress up as Captain America. I got a Wonder Woman. Hey, will you?" And she comes to me and she's like, "Will you dress up as Spider-Man?" And I thought about it for a second, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, seriously, like tight spandex? No, fuck no. Like, you can't go to take a piss around here and not have somebody bust your ass about it. I'm not going to have pictures of me in my, man camel toe floating around the office. I'm like, she's like, well, can you pick somebody? And I'm like, You know who's really cool? I'm like, tell you what, I'll try to make Deadpool. Is that cool with your kids? And she's like, yes, like they love him. And I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, why? They're like 5. Why do they know about him? But those who don't have kids can't judge parenting decisions. But, so I'm like, all right, I'll give it a stab. I'm gonna save you a lot of pain and heartbreak. I didn't really know what I was doing at that point. Like, I didn't know what EVA foam was, or I really cosplay wasn't on my radar. But I'd made a few Halloween costumes in my day. I can't say that they were great, but I'm like, I'll take a stab at this. And the first thing I did was buy a red compression suit. I bitched about the spandex, and then I go buy a red compression suit. So mistake number 1. And I tried to do this strappy bullshit to hold the swords on, and poured my heart and soul into it. And then I put it all on. I kind of look in the mirror, and show of hands, who's seen Pulp Fiction? Yeah. Okay, so everybody knows the scene with the gimp, right? So imagine if the Pulp Fiction pimp was red instead of black. And that's pretty much what it looked like. I've tried to nuke every photo of it from orbit. I for $1 million, I probably wouldn't even let you look at it for 2 seconds. It was fun. But it was still fun, because what I realized, I got to, even with the little kids, I'm just sitting there, and it kind of came to me like, you could kind of run your mouth. You can, talk 5-year-old appropriate shit to people. And I did, and it was fun. And I'm like, maybe I'll just try to improve it. And I think what I'm sitting in right now is like version 6.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of keep adding to it. Little accoutrements. I keep rolling back on this little poop emoji that keeps making fart noises. I don't know. It's not on. I'm not doing it on purpose. And I was kind of embarrassed the first time it happened. I'm like, oh God, I'm just taking the podcast and lawn darting it right into the ground. That's kind of the backstory.
Oh, that's awesome. And if us models know anything, it's practice makes perfect. So yeah, we've been there. A lot of us starting out not knowing a shred of costuming, not knowing how to create anything from shit. So
and that EVA foam you mentioned, that's the devil's work right there. EVA foam is not fun to work with, and if you're inexperienced, it's patience.
I will say that with EVA foam, it is a very forgiving medium, very forgiving. So that's what kind of makes it fun to mess around with, because you can definitely, there's that openness to experiment.
And it's cool, because like once you work with it, you kind of learn its limitations and what it can do, and you get the hang of it. Your mind just goes, because you're like, there's literally nothing that I couldn't like make reality with this stuff.
Oh yeah,
like that. That's probably the most fun of it. It's just so versatile that the possibilities are just limited by your imagination. Really, at least that's been my experience.
Right.
Yeah, there can be a lot of versions of Deadpool too, because like his personality is so like wide ranged. So like you can make like a unicorn Deadpool, or like a Backstreet Boy Deadpool, Wolverine Deadpool, like
and that's what I just did. Because you guys have all seen the newest movie, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just about shit myself. And the first 5 minutes when he digs up the skeleton and rips the arms off and makes his own claws, and I'm just sitting in the theater chair going, "Fuck! I'm gonna make those." And so that was kind of my most recent addition, and they've been. People are like, because it took me a while to kind of figure out in my head, like, all right, I'm not just I got to make them so I can take them in and out, because if you've ever made something with shit sticking off of your hands, like, it's miserable. Like, you can't dial your phone, you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't go to the bathroom, you can't open a fucking door. So I'm like, these things have to go in and out, and I was able to figure that out, and I walk up to people and they're like, "Oh, you made the claws. Too bad they don't come out." And I'm like, "All right, watch this fucker." It's nice to get the little crowd pop there with that.
Oh yeah.
Got to make hacks for conveniency. But that's so cool. You look great. You really do. Badass. We love it.
Yeah. So show it off a little bit. I'm gonna zoom in on you and just kind of stand up and kind of show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to see the package.
Gratuitous crotch shot coming up.
Yeah.
Charge a little extra for it.
That's why I'm doing it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice beanbag.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
oh
my
my
goodness.
right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Damn it.
That's
Look at
great.
you. You're just a natural model.
I know you're making the girls jealous. You got them poses down.
He's gonna steal that centerfold.
All right.
Well, there
So,
goes the poop emoji again. I did leave the swords off so that I could actually sit in my awesome camouflage beanbag chair.
That's fair.
What beanbag chair? We don't see anything.
That's right.
Yeah,
No.
I didn't buy it at Walmart for $10. I know what you're talking about. Stop.
Is that one of the kid ones?
What? There is no beanbag chair. Just let it go. Drop it.
Do you take that to birthday parties with you? Come here.
It's funny. It's funny.
Tell me how
Funny
you feel.
that you bring up birthday parties. I actually got roped into that. A buddy of mine I know who's an artist. He goes to some of the cons. His kid loves Deadpool, and they were doing a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, "Bro, what do I got to do to get you to show up?" And I'm like, "Because I'm friends with you, I'll do it." And I did it, and it was the shit show that you could imagine it was, because 95% of the people at the Dayton Mall Chuck E. Cheese weren't expecting Deadpool to walk in, and it was kind of chaos reign. But the kid's head just went. Some poor dude that worked there who loved Deadpool, I think he jumped over the counter in his effort to go throw on the Chuck E. Cheese costume so he could come out and get a picture. So it ended up being a good time.
Aw.
Oh,
That's great. Well, there you go, you guys. You can hire this Deadpool guy to show up to your kids' birthday parties.
Yeah, feel free to not tell as many of your friends as you would like.
That's
$1,000 up front.
Right.
I'm sure you've been going to numerous cons, yes?
Yes, matter of fact, I'm still trying to catch up on sleep from GalaxyCon this past weekend.
Nice. Well, can you tell us what's your favorite ones or?
So like the first con I ever went to, so I got my buddy Dave, everybody's got like a con buddy, right? Like you're one like ride or die. Let's go do this. And he knew I liked horror movies. He's like, "Dude," he's like, "you got to come to this Horror Hound thing with me." And I'm like, "That sounds cool." And at that point, I think I was on like version Deadpool, like version 2 or 3. And I'm like, "Did they do like?" And we looked at the website. They're like, "Costume party," because like Halloween's my Christmas. So I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm in. Let's go." I took the costume and we went and had a blast. He's like, "You won't do the costume contest. I dare you." And I did it. I think I did some kind of lame Ric Flair strut across the stage and tried to woo everybody. He made like a 15-second YouTube video of it that's gotten about 17 views. Probably 9 of them have been me. But it was fun. And so Horror Hound definitely kind of has that kind of special place, in the heart. I love that convention. I've been to a lot of other horror conventions, and I don't think anybody does it better than they do. You cannot beat the Saturday night there for like just a good time. Like you can't beat it anywhere. Nothing I've been to tops that.
I agree.
And, just having all the like-minded people there, it's just a balls out till 4 a.m, absolute fucking shit show, but it is an absolute fucking blast. So definitely love Horror Hound. You know, the Galaxy Con is fun. It's cool to like be around like the crowd that they bring in. Like I want to say I heard a staff member say that they had like 50,000 people like through the course of the weekend. So it's cool to get a little more of an expansive crowd into it. But in terms of like the people that I, you know, enjoy hanging out with, like I'm not like, I don't watch anime. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. And I feel like that has it, those kind of cons have pretty strong appeal to that crowd. And so you don't,
Right.
I don't enjoy those as much as say like the horror related ones, but you know, they're still a good time. And really the draw for me is, you know, you spend all this time, sweat, blood, and effort, you know, building costumes, and it's just cool to be able to go somewhere and wear it and just watch people's reactions, because it's almost like everyone uses it as an escape. Like for that amount of time, like I want to believe that, you know, you're Deadpool or you're Shredder or you're the Queen Alien or whatever, and it's just cool to see people react like that, you know, just kind of just get away from reality for a day or two.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Amen to that. And I always tell people too, like there is no community like the horror community. They do something so different. It's just amazing, like you said, the like-mindedness there is, and just that sense of community with like Horror Hound, Days of the Dead, and like a few other horror cons that we've been to. Horror Hound to me though is also a very special place to my heart, because the people I've met there, the con family I've made, you included, like it's those are bonds that I could not find at any other con. You know, I've been to anime cons, I just went to Dragon Con, and there's something very special about the horror community and the way they do conventions, because you do truly come out with a whole family there.
And like you said, and added to what Val just said is the fact that all of us, you know, we start interconnecting with each other, and then you start, you know, getting more detailed in your costuming, and you have somebody to talk to saying, hey, I'm trying to do this, what do you suggest? So Val might say Deadpool, you might have something, but somebody's been there, done that, and they can help walk you through those heartaches that you might be having and trying to tweak your costume.
Deadpool's been my guy.
I was gonna say Val and I,
my guy like that.
Val and I have been chatting each other up about that, and even this past weekend, just the randomest thing. Like last year at GalaxyCon, I was dressed as Shredder, and I took a picture with a little girl that was dressed as April O'Neil, and her mom found me on social media afterwards. You know, we exchanged some pictures, and she sent me, you know, just some nice, you know, thanks for taking pictures with my daughter, just kind of things. And then, you know, didn't hear from her for almost a year. And then she hits me back up a few weeks ago. They were building this giant hammer prop for her daughter, and they had run into a major build problem. And she's like, she reached out to me. She's like, look, obviously you know what you're doing. Can you please like help us out with this stuff? And I was able to make a suggestion that kind of got them back going on the project. And then walking around the con, ran into her, and, you know, got to see the little girl and see the costume. And, you know, the little girl came up. It's like, so thank you for, you know, helping us finish it. And it was, so like that all makes it worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like if I didn't have you or Josh, like, at my back, like Oren would have never gotten done. So I thank you for that, because it's awesome.
And no one believes that that's your first time like building with EVA foam. So anytime you would like to, you know, just drop the truth on us, go ahead, because that turned out really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's really nice to have that kind of community with cosplaying, especially because it's like being able to build each other up and not tear each other down. It's such a special place with cosplaying.
That's what I think more than anything with conventions, because I think for people that don't attend them or know anything about them, there's kind of a stigma that it's just a bunch of smelly nerds running around. And it's not like
There's truth to that.
you've got people from just about every corner of society like coming and hanging out because they have a special interest in horror or comic books or whatever that they're into. And like I couldn't go to the grocery store without having someone give me a shitty look about how I park my car, but I can walk into one of those places with 10,000 people walking around and like everybody's super cool for the entire weekend. There's no conflict. Like you said, everyone's supportive.
It definitely hits different when you're surrounded by like-minded individuals.
Cosplay is definitely not conventions is definitely like a nice like escape from the shitty world that we live.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone's, on the same page as you, really, and they're all nice and everyone's complimenting each other and making great memories, taking a bunch of photos and it's also very inspirational for those people that also, like to get creative and do things, make things. So yeah, that's cool. I loved that little story. That was great. So that sounds like that was one of your biggest memories, yeah? But do you have any other favorite memories that you could share that happened at cons?
So I hit my ride or die up because I let him know that you guys had asked me to do this, and I'm like, because I mean, let's be honest, especially when it comes to Horror Hound, most of us are walking around probably at least 80% of every evening just drunk off our ass and trying to ask each other like, what did I do or what did I say last night? And please tell me that there's not going to be a warrant for my arrest. But I hit up Dave. I'm like, dude, like they want me to do this podcast. Like, tell me some like what's happened to us that is like stuck in your mind. And like Dave didn't skip a beat. And he's like, dude, my favorite thing, and I don't know why this stuck with him so hard, but he's like, dude, the crazy Asian. And I'm like, fuck, yeah, she was something else.
Do tell.
Elaborate, please.
This was probably, I'm gonna say about 3 years ago, and it was at the costume party, and there was an Asian female that was with a group of people, and I wish she was dressed as something horror related. I don't remember specifically. Good Lord, I have to take the batteries out of this thing. Keep leaning back.
That plug getting in the way.
Yeah, it sounds like I hit the milk of magnesia before I sat down here.
Make you nervous.
You got the bubble guts. So she's walking around, and she had a pretty respectable group. Probably 8-10 people in her group, and Dave spotted her a mile away, and I remember him making the comment to me. He's like, "Dude, that one's trouble." And I didn't really, I'm half drunk, probably looking at something else, and okay, I just sure whatever, Dave. Like, just drink your drink, and I guess she was a Deadpool fan because next thing I know, I mean, she's sprinting towards me, and I didn't realize that part of her costume was a paddle.
Was what?
And starts ordering me around at the top of her lungs, and I was probably too inebriated to remember all of this, but what I remember is kind of her. It was almost like the schoolyard fight, where people start catching wind of it, and like her friend group like makes kind of a semicircle around us, and she's like, Deadpool loves to be spanked, and everybody's like, yeah, spank Deadpool. And so I'm like, all right, you can do one of two things here. You can suck it up and take your licks, or you can bitch out in front of everybody and totally not support the character that you're aiming to portray. So
did you ask if it was International Women's Day?
I did not, but I should have. And so I'm like, let's do it, bitch. And I bent over and stuck my ass out right in the breeze. And she's like fucking DiMaggio with her wind up and just absolutely cranks me as hard as she fucking could.
Aw.
2 or 3 times. I think like I even think I remember some of the onlookers being like, ooh, like
Yeah.
she tuned me up. I may or may not have had some tears welling in my eyes because
Oh,
that shit stings, and she did not pull her punches.
that's shitty.
You know, it's
Were
drunken
you marked for a
fun.
long
Like,
time?
no, I don't think
Any
I had
bruising?
any permanent marks. But hey, Dave loves it. Dave laughs his ass off every time we bring up Crazy Asian.
Oh,
And I'm a big boy. Like, whatever. It stings for a second. Trust me. Like, I spent my entire childhood getting this shit spanked out of me. So, but that is definitely Dave's favorite story, and that was took him all of about 2.5 nanoseconds to come up with that as soon as I asked him. So there you go, Dave. I told your favorite story to the internet. Crazy Asian who walloped me.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for reminding him.
Well,
Awesome.
kind of going on favorite memories here. Do you have any like behind the scenes moments that really stick out to you, especially like when you're creating your costumes?
Behind the scenes, let me think.
Not your fart box behind you.
Yeah, and I think I finally gave it enough space where I'm not rocking back on it and setting it off. Behind the scenes. So with the shredder, I did not realize that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were as popular as they are. I thought that was kind of like a my generation thing, and maybe
Huge fan base.
Oh my God. I literally had no idea. I always loved the 1990 movie. Like the Shredder in that movie was such a badass.
Absolute badass.
And I'm like, if I ever built, I would, you know what? I'm like, because my what inspired me was my sister's kids were dressing up as Ninja Turtles for Halloween, and I'm like, I wonder if I could build a Shredder. And I'm like, well, I want to use the movie inspiration, the 90s movie inspiration. I want that look, but I'm like, I want him to be big. Like I want him to be kind of imposing. And I'm like, I always felt like the inspiration was samurai armor. And so I'm like, let's do kind of like a samurai armor mashup with the Shredder. And it was about 2 weeks before GalaxyCon, and this was 2 years ago when I made that decision. And I'm like, fuck. And so I cranked that sucker out in 2 weeks. And
Damn.
it was probably the most miserable 2 weeks of my life. Because it was working from every spare minute, staying up every night till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, not getting any sleep. But I'll be damned if it didn't turn out. If I had to tell you, like, if you asked like what costume of yours has probably gotten the best fan reaction, I'd have to say the Shredder. So that 2 weeks was well worth it, and I always get that. Always, it does not fail. If someone comes up and talks to me while I'm wearing that, they're like, "Dude, how long did it take you to make that?" I'm like, about 2 weeks, bro. They're like, no.
2 weeks.
Fucking bragger.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Did you enter any costume contests with it?
I have. He won Horror Hound. Not this past one. So he would have won Horror Hound in March. And I took him down to me and another con buddy, someone that I met at Horror Hound, actually. That's a funny story. Ask me later about that. We went down to what was it? It was Fanboy Expo Knoxville, because both his name's Matt, and both of us are huge Ninja Turtles fan, and that entire con was centered around the Ninja Turtles. And I'm not an autograph hound, but James Sato, who is the actor that played the Shredder in the '90s movie, was going to be there signing autographs, and I'm like, I'm absolutely going down and getting that man's autograph. So we traveled down, took it there. Actually, I've never paid for like a pro photo op except that one time, and I put the Shredder costume on and took a picture with him. It's actually right behind me. So that was awesome. But I did the costume contest there, won that with him. So he's Shredder's done pretty well, and it just the reaction that he gets from people. Like I don't, I'm a grown ass man with a good paying job. Like I don't, I don't do the contest, to win prizes. It's more just about seeing people, seeing people's reaction to it. The fact that it makes them happy, they think it's cool. Like that's what makes it worth building.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay. Oh my god. I
Okay,
can't
well, hold on.
You were so slow.
Get it.
I was
All right, we have come to the 30-minute mark of our podcast. Hey, Attica.
What time is it, guys? What time is it? It is the FMK time. FMK.
Hey.
Do you know what FMK means? Deadpool, I have questions for you.
Fuck my kicks.
No.
You had the first word.
Almost
right.
there.
Fuck.
Ladies.
Marry.
Oh, or kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Right.
Fuck,
So
marry,
Chaotica
kill.
is going to ask you a question on who you would rather fuck, marry, or kill, and you have to answer it the best as you can. So go ahead with it,
Yes.
Chaotica.
And your selection is fuck, marry, kill Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Jackie Chan. Who would you fuck, marry, kill?
Kill Jackie Chan.
That was quick.
Bye-bye, Jackie.
I would marry Ryan Reynolds because A, who wouldn't? B,
Right.
he wouldn't want to live with that much entertainment. And
Yeah.
I would
Yep.
probably have to be a bottom for Hugh Jackman.
I
I can't quite compete with his physical stature. So there you go.
And there
I
you have the
love
FMK.
That was so good.
That was awesome.
Good answers.
I love
Okay.
it.
Now, before we rudely interrupted you, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, he was finished. He was talking about
he was
Shredder.
finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He finished.
Right. So I also happen to be a huge Ninja Turtle fan, and I have quite a collection of numerous stupid ass fucking shit that I shouldn't know. But I had the opportunity to meet Kevin Eastman, and I cried like a little baby back bitch. And I'm like, I'm such a fan. Oh my god, that was that Astronomicon, yeah, which we have not been invited back to yet. Astro, we love you guys. Yep. Okay,
Yep.
they know.
Bring us back.
Yeah, so yeah, I got to meet him. I was completely a hot mess about it, but I was absolutely on cloud 9 because he signed I think 2 things for me. He signed one of the newer comic books that he came out with, and what else did he sign? Shit. I think it was the two of the books that I had.
Was it just 2 of them?
I think, yeah, I brought 2 and then he signed both, I think. But that's not the only autograph of his that I have. I also have other things that he's signed without me knowing him. So, yes, you can say I'm one of those bitches. But yeah, I'm with you on the Ninja Turtle love. Turtles in a Half Shell.
Go Ninja, go.
So Deadpool,
Okay.
Had to bring up Vanilla Ice, didn't you?
Right.
Damn right.
Ninja.
Go VIP.
Ninja. Right. Ninja.
Deadpool, people want to follow you or peruse your artistic talent and just get an eye blast of
No.
all that you are. Where can people find your social medias? Do you have like a link tree or something?
Oh gosh, now you're getting all fancy. I'm not ashamed. I guess I'm not too embarrassed to admit I'm not even sure what Linktree is.
It's basically where you can post all your social media. So one link and everybody can go to anywhere you want. Your Insta, your Facebook, your
It connects
Snapchat, your
everything into one.
it connects everything.
That's
And if you're like selling merch, you can put merch stuff on there.
But that's
is
okay.
Is it China based, and are they stealing all my information when I do it?
More than likely.
That's the internet.
Yeah. Or they already have it all anyway, so why does it really matter?
Where can our fans find you on Facebook?
So Facebook, it's just that Deadpool guy. And I got really original with that. And, if you see this, you've found the right one. Because I can't imagine that anyone else on planet Earth has come up with that unique name. And for Instagram, I know this is really, really going to blow your mind, but I put a very, very unique twist on it. It's that _ Deadpool _ guy.
Wow.
All lowercase.
That's amazing.
Don't forget those underscores, ladies.
Like I had cards made, but I think my vanity light is gonna wash it out.
That's why you look so good. You got a vanity light, huh?
I've got the vanity light.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why you're looking all
He has a
good.
ring light.
Yeah,
we're using a ring light too.
Yeah, we're cheating. We got one too.
We gotta see all of that gloriousness.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay.
This is what this is for.
How did you stumble upon us, the gorgeous girls?
At your booth.
Yeah, that's right. At our motherfucking booth. No, I'm just playing. Sorry. I got excited.
And I don't, God, I wish one of you spoke to me, and oh my God, I cannot. If I got into my messenger, I could probably figure it out. But somebody spoke to me, and I checked out the booth, and all of you guys and girls seemed to be really cool. And I just, from continuing to go to all the Heart Hounds, I seem to run into you guys all the time. And I followed your social medias and tried to make witty and at least somewhat funny comments on some of the pictures that you guys put up, and a lot of you guys kind of responded back, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah. Do you know how many years ago it was that you met?
It was either 19 or did they shut it? It got shut down in 20, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was either 19 or 21.
19 was my first ever con. Technically. That's when I applied. I was forced to apply.
I started in 18.
I started
I
a long time ago.
Long time ago, 10 years ago, actually longer. Magazines.
I remember going to Horror Hound March in 2019 and going to the booth as Adeline, and they wouldn't let me leave. they just walked me around on a leash as Adeline.
Yep.
I wasn't even a model then. And then that night,
like,
I
you're
got super drunk, and they're like, "All right, you're applying right here, right now." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, okay."
We seduced you.
Yeah, but wasn't it like Days of the Dead before that or something? We were rolling you around on the floor. Was that?
No, that was after I had become a gorgeous
after
girl.
she joined, yeah, because
that was after
Willow and
rolling her around.
There's a video on YouTube of me somersaulting and they're like pushing me like a ball.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen it.
With you.
Was I there? Because I don't remember that.
It was with Willa. Well, I don't know if you were there.
Willow was one of them. I don't remember who the other one was.
Else.
May have been Porsche. I don't know.
I'm sad that I wasn't there.
I think it was Porsche. I think Batsy was there.
I want to see you rolling a ball.
Just go to the Gorgeous Girl YouTube. It's on. It's like one of the only
It's
videos on there.
I don't wanna.
Before all the podcasts.
I was gonna say, if you watch Gore Horror episode featuring Valkyrie Rose, you'll find it there too. Just saying, folks.
Okay.
Rolling.
Roll
And I
that
think
beautiful
I
boom.
think the first time I ever saw you, Val, you did a Jinx, right?
I did, yes.
I'm 99.9% almost kind of sure that you were wearing Jinx when I first saw you, because I was like, damn, she is killing that costume, because you're like, you've got a lot of personality. I We didn't know each other yet, but I think I watched you
Oh, you
do
were
a
watching
costume
it.
contest at Days of the Dead, and
Stalker.
you did the what's the costume you did? It's kind of like a zombie. I think you have the sharp teeth.
Oh, that
Adeline.
would have been Adeline. Where I
Adeline.
licked E-Rock.
Yeah, I think you did that one, and you were all over the stage and completely in character, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
That's Adeline.
Yeah,
She
that
likes
bitch needs
to
to be on a
bite
leash.
people.
Yeah,
She needs to
Jeff
be on
likes
a
to
leash.
Don't let her
Jeff
bite
likes
you.
to mention how I have 15 personalities, so you could say I'm full of them.
That bitch
No,
crazy.
Jinx is one of my favorite costumes to cosplay. I try to do a lot of variations of her, but yeah, she has a very special place in my heart. That's why I have her tattooed on my arm.
Oh,
I have her
nice.
clouds, and I'll be finishing that here probably next year, hopefully.
Is Liz Stiletto's not doing that, is she?
She is.
Oh, cool. So the only person that doesn't have a tattoo from Liz Stiletto is Chaotica.
And Deadpool.
I'm working on it.
Right.
Working on it. Baby steps.
10 years later.
Anyways, Deadpool, what's your favorite slasher movie? We're moving along here.
Yeah. What's your favorite slasher movie?
Favorite slasher. All right. I'm going to throw a real curveball here. There's a lot of good stuff out there. I tend to gravitate towards the what have you done for me lately newer stuff. Like, I have respect for the older stuff, and it has its place, but I feel like I'm one of those people that I really, really like new horror movies. And one movie that just, for whatever, you see a movie and you're just like, damn, like, I enjoyed that. Like, that was fun. Like, I would like to watch that again. That was a good time sitting on my ass. It's Happy Death Day.
That's such a fun one.
I absolutely loved that movie. I even have I tracked down the mask, and I, not that it's a complicated outfit, but I have that costume fully set up, ready to go. I even got Rob Mello's autograph, because I just thought it was such a cool character, and I just thought they did such a good job with that movie, like the whole Groundhog Day and slasher thing, and that stupid fucking ringtone that I just absolutely loved. Like, I don't know, I love that movie. So there you go. Happy Death Day.
Favorite scene from that movie is when, like, she is just finally fed up with the time loop, that, like, she is, like, angry stomping through the campus in heels. She passes by somebody and she just goes, "You are gay!"
Yes.
And then just walks off in rage. Oh, there goes my camera finally.
Oh no!
I think I've seen bits and parts of it, but I didn't actually watch like the entire film. So I must have been distracted by or doing something else. But I'll have to put that on our watch soon list.
Yeah,
Give it a shot. It's a turn your brain off. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, hold on.
What about your favorite gore scene in a
Yes,
horror film?
yes, thank you.
Favorite gore? Oh, well, okay. So it's not necessarily a gore scene because of the way they cut it. You don't actually see any gore. But if you want to talk about taking your heart and shoving it into the tip of your big toe because you just about shit yourself.
Oh fuck! That's good.
It's the scene in the hospital from The Exorcist 3 when the possessed person comes out with the big morgue scissors behind the nurse. and the camera they have that god awful shrieking noise, and the camera zooms in onto this guy walking up behind this nurse getting ready to cut her head off with these giant scissors. And then they cut to, I think it was a picture of either a decapitated Jesus sculpture or a Jesus sculpture that was bleeding blood from the eyes. I just, like, every arm hair right now is standing up on my arms because I'm thinking of that scene. I absolutely shit my pants out of just pure terror the first time I saw it, and I don't think I've ever been scared worse than that.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah,
That was me with the Hereditary scene where she's having the allergic reaction, and he's driving her to the hospital.
Oh,
She sticks her head out of the window to breathe.
oh.
That moment, like, I literally had to pause the movie and just like process that for a second because the entire body was full of goosebumps.
That was horrible. And you didn't see it coming. You did not see that coming.
No.
Like
I thought maybe they're going to get in a car wreck or something. Like, I knew something was going to happen, but it was not that.
No, we're going to take a little girl and rip her fucking jaw off and then show it to you in gory, complete detail.
Oh, yeah.
I love gory cinema. I love it. I love all the blood, the different unique ways to kill. I think it's great.
You freaky like
well,
that.
You guys just had me watch Thanksgiving, the movie Thanksgiving, which is, it was kind of a sleeper movie, but I was very impressed. But the scene where he actually put her in the roaster oven and she roasted in that oven.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it is, ooh. And then he carves her later.
Carves right into her. Yeah.
You're making me hungry.
Oh, I know you've got a steak waiting for you. Huh?
I really can't wait for the steak now.
Deadpool, do you have any favorite GGs?
Put him on the spot. It's me, of course.
Well, I'm going to defer to Mr. Littlefield. With Mr. Littlefield. No, I'm sorry, I wasn't nominating you, but I'm going to let you answer the question for me. Although you're a super cool dude, but she did ask for a GG. When you asked me, hey, would you do this? Who did I ask if they were going to be doing it to?
Val.
Yeah, she answered Val.
Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Aww.
Is she turning red?
Is she blushing?
Yeah.
No, that's just a flannel, okay?
How sweet.
Shucks.
Is it the glare of his mask on your
Making
screen?
me all flustered now.
Don't get too flustered. That's for the
Well, you think it's steamy now. Just wait for the Patreon. Whoop, whoop.
Well, now I can't wait to take off my shirt. All right. Shucks. Well, thank you. And you?
Well, we all know how Val feels.
Well, it's Deadpool. What can I say?
I know, right? What's not to love?
Tend to have that effect on people.
So, you've mentioned Deadpool. You've mentioned Shredder. So, what other cosplays do you do, or is that really just it for now?
Nope, there's a big one.
So I've got those. I did the killer from Happy Death Day. All right, I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. Have you guys, anyone here, seen Wormwood: Road of the Dead?
Mm-mm.
Don't think I have.
Imagine if the Evil Dead 2 was a zombie movie made in Australia, and that's pretty much the best way I can describe it for you. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a super cool movie. But the heroes in that movie get kind of armored up in just whatever they can find, football pads and hubcaps and all kinds of bullshit. And I made the main character, his name is Barry. I made that out that entire costume, which actually I
is that the one with your red goggles and the giant teeth?
No, so that was kind of my version of the Grim Reaper, the one that had the arms sticking out of the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my version of the Grim Reaper. That one was a lot of fun because basically I was I'm a snowboard addict, and I was snowboarding by myself when the idea hit me. And I remember going back to my hotel that night and kind of sketching it out. And I'm like, I two elements I want. I want arms shooting out of his back like holding lanterns, and I want to have him carry around like this huge. I picked 13 weapons that spanned very, very old to very, very modern. And I want him to be a character that has been killing people for a long time, and he's just kind of kept his 13 most favorite killing implements on his person. So that one was a lot of fun. That was my first foray and probably my last foray into digistilts. I don't really have a great desire to break my neck in front of 500 people falling off the
Right.
stage. So I try to limit the amount of walking around I do in that one. What else? I did probably the worst thing I ever did is I built a Mandalorian. And then my buddy, this was back when the Baby Yoda craze hit. She wanted to go trick-or-treating as Baby Yoda. So he's like, bro, he's like, do you think you can make 3 more of those? And so I built 4 Mandalorian costumes all at once, and that was probably the second most miserable I've ever been.
Aw.
Wow.
Just
Did he
because there's
pay?
just so much work trying to do all that together. My my favorite movie of all times, there is not even a close second, is the movie Aliens, James Cameron's Aliens from 1986. And since I saw the movie when I was like 10, I wanted the Colonial Marine armor. And once I got good at this, I built it. I salvaged some, because they filmed the movie in England. They sourced a lot of their props from there. I was able to source like some original pieces, the same thing that the prop makers used to build my armor, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty damn screen accurate. And then, of course, the big one. My last project, I built the Queen alien, which turned out fantastic. That thing blows people. I had no idea. That thing just blows people's minds. It's so much fun to see people react to that thing.
It's incredible. Like it
blows my mind because how articulated it is. It's mind blowing.
We'll have photos showing as well, because it was you did such a good job on that. That is truly just one of the best cosplays I've ever seen at any convention.
I took it to GalaxyCon this weekend, and I did their big Saturday night contest in it. And my younger sister-in-law was with us, and we kind of do this every year because it started when she was a teenager. She's super into cosplay and likes to go, and so we would just take her, and we kind of started building costumes together. And she had never seen Aliens, and I'm like, she saw me building the Queen, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, you should do a Ripley. She's like, well, let me see Ripley, and I let her watch like the last 20 minutes of Aliens, and she's like, holy shit. She's like, I'm all in. And so she did a Ripley, and we got her the pulse rifle and the flamethrower all together, and she did a really good job. And I told her, I'm like, this is, costume contest. If you ever done one, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time out of your day, and you don't get to do a lot of stuff that you want to do. And I'm like, you know what? I think this is going to be the last one that I'm going to do. And she's like, well, here, I've got an idea. I've always wanted to do this. And so we kind of schemed, and we talked to one of the contest handlers, and they were okay with us doing it. And so what she did is, as soon as they announced, here comes that Deadpool guy, the Alien Queen, she runs out on stage as Ripley, turns around, tries to shoot, sees that her gun, I had the gun with the pulse rifle with the lights showing 0-0. She pantomimes like she's out of ammo. She runs up to the host and grabs them in a panic and is like, I'm out of ammo. Run!
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Off across stage. And to the host's credit, they played right into it. And God love them, they saw what I was wearing, and they're like, we're going to get you a ramp. So instead of climbing stairs, I had a ramp. So I got to time it. So as she's running off, I walk out and they used curtains. So what I liked about what they did is they kept all the contestants behind stage. So a lot of the cons they'll wrap the contestants just around, and the audience are they're looking at you for 20 minutes before you even walk on stage. Here, it was kind of a surprise. Most people had not seen it, and so I kind of pulled the curtain back with my hand and just kind of stuck my head out, and the crowd reaction was just fucking thunderous. It was so, and I've got a 5-pound giant 4-foot head on, that I'm wearing, and I still heard it through there, and that was just so fucking cool.
I gotta find.
Awesome.
I'm sure somebody recorded GalaxyCon's costume contest. I'm gonna find that now because I need to see that.
I've got the video, and I'll send it. It's a
Yes,
a friend of mine was sitting it looked like maybe 10 rows back, and she filmed the whole thing. So when we get done, I'll send it to you. It was so fucking cool.
That is epic, and that is like my favorite thing. Like, even if I stopped like competing in costume contests, I would still ask to be on them just to have like skits like that. Like, having that kind of crowd reaction is truly what makes it.
That totally, like, if I was gonna stop doing the competitions, like, that's the one that I want to go out on.
Yeah.
Right.
God, that's awesome. That is so
seriously awesome, dude. Like, kudos. I'm jealous. So now we all have to work together on building a cosplay, so that way we can all win a contest together.
Well, if you guys have any shiny ideas, don't be shy and throw them at me, because
we're still working on Spaceballs, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ooh, who gets to be Dark
You don't
Helmet?
like that one?
That's Dark
She
Helmet,
did a
right?
very good Dark Helmet, and I did Barf, and that's kind of what we started off with. But she did an amazing job as Dark Helmet.
So
my next one's gonna be big, and I know that we've already talked about doing that together.
Well, I saw a girl, and maybe did you do a sexy version of Dark Helmet?
Yeah.
Okay, then it was you that I saw, because I was like, damn, like, that works. Like, that was good.
Thanks.
I made the balls of her.
Yeah. Wow.
Of her tie. The balls on her
They
tie.
weren't yours?
No, they were mine.
No, they were not.
Although mine are probably about that big.
I'm trying to find pictures.
The balls, not the penis.
Wow, you had to clarify that.
Pictures of the balls.
Yeah, they were.
Can you imagine how bad your life would suck if you had nuts the size of like softballs?
Oh yeah, that would be horrible.
As much as like guys sit around like, yeah, my balls are like this. No, why would you ever want that?
I feel like you'd be chafing constantly. Oh.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to sit,
run, walk,
breathe.
You'd have to sleep with your legs in a split. Like,
Can you
that
imagine
would be
sex?
terrible.
What would happen during sex? Oh, that would be painful.
Slap, slap, slap.
Oh,
like
my head now.
Oh, it'd be like sex would be like getting a code red. Like, that was a Full Metal Jacket reference. It might have went.
Oh no.
Hopefully some of the listeners got it. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That was no, that wasn't Code Red. Code Red was a
Do you see it?
Oh crap. What was the it was the Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson. Why am I brain farting on the name of this movie?
A Few Good Men.
Thank you. That was the Code Red. My bad. I had my references fucked up.
Show it again, Absinthe.
No, not that one. That had to be the
that's the extended cut.
Extended cut version.
Yeah.
Wow, you're like,
shut up. It's called modeling, dick.
well, she's like scrolling through them real fast, so it's like, yeah.
I think people would pay extra to just have you talk to them like that, though.
Right?
Just a little bit of verbal dom.
I loved the glasses, though. Hold on, let me brighten this up here. The glasses were the best. Like, they were so big, so big.
The glasses definitely make it.
Absolutely.
Right?
But no, I remember seeing. I'm pretty sure I saw you in that, and I remember thinking, "Damn, like, she's killing that."
It took me a year to get her in that.
It did. In fact, I've never seen Spaceballs until she said we should cosplay it, and I'm like, I've never seen it.
Did
Such
you
an
watch?
iconic
Please tell me you watched
We
it.
watched it together.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
I was like,
awesome.
okay, this is hilarious. Yes, yes.
I
was
will
sold.
I will never stop laughing at the combing the desert scene with the guys
Yes.
holding the ace pick. Oh my god!
Yeah, yeah.
Just talking about shit you couldn't get away with today without making people
Oh,
butthurt.
fuck yeah.
God damn, that
Fuck
was
yeah.
funny.
My favorite part was the ending when he's like, "When does this happen in the movie?" This is now. What happened to then?
When now? When was it?
Just now.
Yeah, it was good.
Jeez.
Well, it's about that time, guys.
Oh no, really? Oh wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we have to make room for those of us that want to get ready for the spicy version.
Yeah, it's gonna get my shirt off and get all spicy.
So where do they go? Where do they go for that?
They go to the Valkyrie. Where do we go?
Wow.
Put me on the spot to our Patreon.
I know it's our Patreon. My brain kind of
Patreon.com/gorgeous girls.
Whoop, whoop.
Girls.
All right, there you have it.
I know what we're
Episode
talking about.
39, you guys, featuring Deadpool guy. And you guys can follow him on Facebook and catch him at conventions too. So thank
Definitely.
you guys for joining us. Thank you, Deadpool. You are amazing. We love you. All right.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Mwah.
Send it back.
Bye.